Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good. Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. We could take a little look at the markets today. First of all, I wanted to start out with a chart sent to us by Jim Bartolioni. And if you'll notice here, this goes way back to 1974, folks, when the major bottom was made way back there. But the key is, look at that crash there, 1987, that unbelievable, from August the 25th down into October 19th. One of the best buying opportunities is a 382 retracement of the low. It was also a 61% retracement of the low from August of 82. Then we went up to 2000 and 2002. We had the dot-com bubble. Then we had the 207, 209 was the that one, I believe, was the real estate deal with the leverage stuff. And we came down, and you'll see there at the very bottom at 0.618, we stopped, spot on at New York Stock Exchange Index. That's when the Dow Jones hit 6,400. And then, of course, we went up. And as you can see, we completed that big ABCD pattern there, and now we've had this big move off. What's important about this chart, folks, is that last 3 weeks, this is telling you that we are going lower. The question is, how much and how long is it going to be? Now, they have shut down Las Vegas. They've shut down pretty much California and pretty much every place. So the only thing they're going to do is, if people do not stop going to beaches and stuff like that, there's only one thing the government can do, and that is to tell them, look, you're going to be arrested if you stay out and endanger other people's lives. And so the way they do that is they bring in the military for a while, much like they did way back in many, many years ago. And they'll probably have martial law within a week, and then they'll shut that down. It will be shut down for about a month or more or less, maybe. It may probably be less. But we'll come out of this. Folks, the one thing I absolutely flat out 100% know, this is going to be one of the best opportunities that you're ever going to believe when this thing is over, because fear brings out some really, really weird stuff in these things. Here's the chart to watch, folks. If you really want to watch a chart today, take a look at this. This is the chart of Apple. We made a perfect ABCD. I went through this yesterday, but the reason why this is important, the two biggest stocks, Apple and Microsoft, and the NASDAQ have held up incredibly well. Perfect ABCD patterns. They've not done anything, but if Apple goes below 235, it's trading at 251, I think, right now. But if it goes below 235, you do not want to be in the stock market for a while. Even if you've lost 60%, save some of it, because it could go a little bit lower because of the fear. Who knows? The Fed has lost control. I don't care what they're going to throw at it now. It doesn't make any difference, in my opinion. And believe me, here we go again. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. By the way, we do have Norm the Wizard Winsky. He calls it to the minute. Will be our guest at 9:30, and that'll be a good show. As of always, you can folks call in and ask Norm about this, because no one's lived through anything like this, folks. The closest thing that we've had that was like this was 9/11. And that was also a warlike scenario. This one's even greater because we have an unseen opponent. But we will get through it, because even though it's a very bad disease, there's some things that they're using now that seem to be working pretty good. And the big question is, why is Italy having, so much trouble with the high level of death? And a lot of that is because they have a great deal of old people over there. Believe they don't have the in fact, nobody has the medical stuff that we have here. So that's I think Abraham Lincoln said that, Marshall, this too shall pass. Oh no, that was my uncle Luigi when he was when he was having the trouble with that kidney stone. That's what he was the one that said that. Anyway, let's. It will pass, and we're all going to get through this. It's not the end of the world. See, folks. Hey, the problem is the gosh darn press. For heaven's sakes, look what they're doing there. Every single channel on every single outlet is talking about this, and the more that the fear that they can put into it, then that's pretty much it. So we'll see what's going on. Yes, Europe was a little behind the curve on this, and I don't know. Some of these things are very much unknown, and we still don't know, what's going on. But all I know is they're panicking for probably the wrong reason. I mean, for them to shut Las Vegas down, the only things that are open over there are your grocery stores, your pharmacy, and your gas stations. That's all that's there. So make sure you have your gas tanks tapped off, because, if you have to go anywhere, which you shouldn't have to go anywhere, you should be pretty good. Larry, I don't know any. Brad's asking a question. Would I put an NVIDIA in the same category as Apple and Microsoft? I don't think so, Brad. And the reason why is Apple and Microsoft have so much money. Billions and billions of dollars, but that disappears very, very quickly. Yes, everything in Tucson is shut down. The restaurants, you can still drive through McDonald's and a couple other places. You can drive through some restaurants. They will deliver. But you can't even go by and pick it up. They just deliver if you want to do that. Most of the stuff is pretty much there's food around, and there will be food around, and we're going to get through this. It's just that the fear stuff is just they've blown it totally out of proportion. I know it's really bad, but it's already. Hey, China is actually a safer place than any place else, because they only had 3,000 people, supposedly. Multiply that by 10. Let's say there was 30,000 people out of 1.4 billion, So we'll see. You're in Park City, though. I don't even think they have. How many restaurants you have up there, Peter? About 3? Okay. Yeah. Oh, one of the things that they also said is when you go to get gas, make sure that you wipe your hands off of the thing, because that's one of the places where you could possibly get this thing, and we'll see what's happened. But we'll get through this. And folks, we are going to be looking at some fabulous opportunities. I talked about corn and stuff just the other day, and corn's already rallied 25 cents. Wheat's rallied 50 cents. So they're starting to get the drift here that the people are going to continue to eat, and people are going to go back to normal here eventually. Gasoline futures, folks, got down to 62 cents. Gasoline here is $2.30, but it should be selling for $1.30. So when that hits, that'll be interesting. So, okay, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, 877-927-6648. And it gets to the next chart that I wanted to talk to you about, and that is the main one, and that is, let's get back up to this one here. Okay, if you remember here just last week, I was saying that we ought to watch this price right up here. Take a look here. You'll see here that we were looking for it to get to 25.65, but let me show you the next chart, because that's going to give us a pretty good idea of what we're looking at. So let's bear down here. Take a little break. 877-927-6648.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN is launching an open house for our Tiger's Den. For a limited time, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Tiger's Den. Just enter promo code OPEN at checkout and pay nothing for 30 days while you try out your Tiger's Den membership as part of our open house. With market volatility at an all-time high and people all over the world working from home if possible, TFNN is hosting an open house in our Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is an interactive chat room that runs all day where other tigers and tigresses discuss trading ideas with the hosts and members, along with charts and current market news, as well as live access to the charts the hosts use during their programs. Join us for the Tiger's Den Open House. Begin your Den membership today by just entering OPEN at checkout and pay nothing while you try things out for 30 days. For all the details and to start your Den membership today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the TFNN Tiger's Den Open House taking place now. Sign up today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, we're back, folks, and if you'll just give me 1 second here to take care of something, I'll be happy to get back with you. I wanted to talk just a little bit about the two charts that I just put up here. You'll notice here the first one, we were looking for the market to possibly make a 25.65 handle in the E-mini S&P, but, the market's changed a little bit, during that first correction that we had, and it changed a little bit. So the second one is actually a little bit better picture, and you'll notice that the 3-day correction would come in around 24.98. Now, we did hit 24.99.5, so we'll have to consider that one as a failure, and then we'll go back to using our moving average oscillator. That's a 200-day coupled with the 400-day moving oscillator, and that will give us a better indication of what we're watching here. Let me move on here to another one that we need to talk about. A little frustrating sometimes because here is this was what we were looking for last night in the crude oil. And if you'll notice here, you'll see that we were looking for a sale up there at around 28.70. We got to 28.60. So that's another one that looks like it might have failed. Again, we're heading back to look at some of these other things that we're paying attention to. Remember, we will have Norm Winsky as our guest here when we come back at the other time. Now, I wanted to someone here. Oh, here's another one. This one's rather. This is one of the things that they posted in the restaurants, there are things here to see what's going on. Okay, any questions that anybody has, 877-927-6648. I'll be happy to do that. I am a little, hold on 1 second here. Marshall, you're the only one that laughs. God love you. I'm sorry we're going to miss you this spring, but we'll have some more fun. Folks, I cannot stress enough the importance of 325 in Apple. If we lose 325 in Apple, we will probably be in in a crash type scenario. No matter what happens, we're going to come out of this. There's some great buys that are going to be out here, folks. But once this fear is over, then we're over it. I wanted to spend 1 second here to talk just a little bit about the Japanese yen. Let me get this up here because this was a very interesting pattern. We were looking for a buy in that, and then you'll notice what's happened here. Look how no, Ruby, yes, I will look at cocoa for you, dear, because you're the only one that asks questions, and by golly, we're going to do that. Let me cover this yen here. You'll notice here that these beautiful ABCD patterns all the way down in here, and that's been, one of the easier ones to trade. Last night we had a little retracement up there. Market rallied 150 pips, and now it's breaking down, getting ready to handle those lows. Okay, Ruby, let's get up here, and we're going to come up here with Miss Ruby, and we're going to go into layouts, and we're going to get these old futures up here like this, and we want to grab the cocoa. Oh boy, cocoa is in big trouble. Okay, let's move up here. All right. Oh my goodness, shut the front door and raise the rent. You're right, Ruby. This one's in big trouble. If you'll remember here, take a look at cocoa. If you like ABCD patterns, look at the ABCD pattern up there at the top, folks, at 29.50. I remember us posting that around that time, and now you've come down. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about when there's going to be some buys down here, for heaven's sakes. This is going to be, they're going to be it's going to be clearance sale city is what it's going to be. The question is when that sale actually happens. Now, the grains have started to turn a little bit, and that's another thing that's relatively important. And and the coffee, people are going to be staying home more, and so let's just bring up the coffee since we're talking about the coffee. And there's where we are. Okay, and that's what we're looking at here. And let's move on to the next one here. Here's the wheat. Here's one that is interesting here, folks. This has had a beautiful pattern in the wheat, thanks to our good friend Mr. Z pointing this out. Had a perfect number down there, exactly 78% level. Bada bing, bada boom, all the way up now. Now we're forming a 135 pattern, folks. So that's going to be the test for wheat will come in around the 545 to 555 level in the wheat. So that's what we're watching here. So that takes pretty much care of the commodities. Now we'll get back to the other market, which we follow, which is the overall broad market, and we're selling off a bit yet, so we'll see how these things move. I wanted to bring someone asked a question about one of the other stocks that we that we look at once in a while, and where is it? It's Tesla. Let me get this up here. I wanted to bring this so you can see it. Here is. Here's the price of Tesla, folks. And here, here's something we can learn from, all right? Here, hold on just a second. If you'll notice here, this is quadruple witching today, folks. So you're going to see volatility is going to shake the tree. Here's the last 10 days in Tesla. You'll see every rally has been exactly $80 within $1. I mean, how do you make that stuff up? And that's how you determine how these ABCD patterns complete. Because if you look at the A at point A and you look at the B down there on the 13th, we rally for a day and a half, and then boom, down you come and again, and there's your ABCD. Folks, 350 is the 78% retracement of that long-term down move from 960 going way, way back. So if we go below that, that's it. But that's not the key ones to look at. Look at the apple. The apple's the one you got to watch. Below 325, below 325, folks, is really, really, really bearish. Now, the market's going to be down a whole lot before Apple gets to 325. So watch Apple, because if Apple starts to show strength, there's still a chance. But that's only one stock. But it's between Apple and Microsoft, you're talking about more than 20% of the whole NASDAQ. So that's why that's so very, very important. It's really important. main thing to remember is that's quite very important. Deuce and a quarter. That's it, Russ. Deuce and a quarter. Anything below that, actually 230 is the number, but deuce and a quarter would definitely do it. So we'll pay close attention. Now we're going to take a little break here pretty soon, and then we're going to have our there's a lot of talk about the two senators that sold some of their hotel stocks because they were at a meeting. Gee, let me see. Boy, what a big surprise that is. Holy cow. Well, that's just a few things that usually go on. The main thing is we got to stick together, folks. You really got to stick together. This is the time when you're looking at. The number in Apple is did I say 325? I think it's trading at 2 something, isn't it? No, Apple is still trading at it's around 245. Yeah, it's trading at 255. The number is 255 in Apple. Larry, 225 to 225 is the number of Apple. 225, 230 in Apple. If it breaks that, it's in big trouble. We are going to take a break now, and then we're going to have Norm on 877-927-6648.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, we're back, folks, and I believe we have Norm Winski on the line. Norm, are you there?
Yes, sir, Larry. Good morning.
Good morning. Take over the microphone, my friend.
Okay, thank you very much. When I was last on the show, I alerted to the big stuff coming up. I think it was on Thursday the 6th, something like that. A few days ahead of Monday the 9th, I talked about that we were going to have a full moon, and not just any full moon, a full moon that was also at perigee. That perigee is when the moon's at its closest, and so those cycles only line up about every 14 months. But wait, friends, that's not all. That night, Mercury was going to turn direct. That only occurs about every 3 times a year. And so we have all these third cycles lining up for the night of Monday the 9th, March 9th. And so there we go. So I alerted you. I expected a huge day that day, and I think we had that. So let's go look at the charts here. We also had a big U.S. I also look at what's called the U.S. natal chart. That's we take a snapshot of when our country was founded on the 4th of July, 1776, and take a snapshot of the planets then, and then compare the planets now and see if we have some planetary harmonics occurring. So we also had that over the weekend over that window too, the night of the 9th and into the 10th. There we go. So here's copper was indicated there as because Mercury was turning direct. That's due to the relative motion of the Earth, that the planets turn direct or retrograde. It's relative to the Earth. And so Mercury popped up there and made a little short-term high. And recently, I think you were talking about it on yesterday's show, copper dropped under $2. So it's unbelievable. I think that's like a multi-year low, isn't it, Larry? If I'm not mistaken. And so there, your corn popped up right into our window there, the 9th and 10th. We had both Mercury. The big thing for the grains are the moon and Mercury, and we had both of those there. And so there's a double signal there for a big change of trend for corn. The corn rallied into that window, and then that was a nice short-term top. And then we had a bit of a meltdown in the corn. Same thing on the beans. We had a triple signal for the beans because the moon was in Virgo, which is soybeans sign, and there we had the same deal for the beans, same deal for the wheat. We topped out there. And by the way, this is not me. This is the planets. This is the moon. The solar system in my computer, if it weren't for having stumbled on astrology when I was in college, I'd probably be at Walmart now saying, welcome to Walmart. You know, I don't know anything. So here's gold rallied up to over $1,700. There's your moon there. And boy, look at that. Boy, is that a top on the gold. Now we're under, I don't know where we're at right now, Larry, but I think as yesterday we were trading in the high 14s there. I did these charts last night. 1487, that's over 200. I think that's over $200 drop in gold. That's a heck of a drop. Same deal on silver, went down to multi-year lows there on the silver. I think I don't know how far back you have to go to get to $12 on silver. And there's S&P. The S&P is the big basket of everything. And so when the planets are doing anything, we look for the stock market to respond to that. The commodities are narrow filters. They only tend to dance to certain planets and signs, you know, except for some, there's a general thing with many of these markets, dance to the moon. You know, when you get a full moon, new moon, or full moon, there we made a low in the morning there, a panic low on the night. We rallied up into, I had more signals for that night with the Mercury turning direct. That was a little short-term top. And then this one didn't work so well. I had one for the night of the 11th. And so there we go. So that actually had a miss there, you know, with a red arrow. Here's the T-bonds, unbelievable, Larry. You know that had a blow off on Monday the 9th with the full moon at perigee there. That's a financial. That's one of the things we look at the full moon. And there we go. It blew off to 190. I think 191.22. What does that mean if you don't trade T-bonds? There's a good chance you got a mortgage on your house. Your mortgage rates are all tied to the Treasury's 10-year, 30-year, and the Treasury rate went to 0.837 on the Treasury rate index. That's under 1%. Later in the week, I talked to a mortgage broker. He called me looking to learn about my stuff, and I said, "What's on the Monday panic there? What's the best mortgage anybody got?" He said somebody actually got a 30-year fix for 2 7/8, under 3%. Unbelievable, huh? All right, and then during that following week, Somebody told me they tried to call and you couldn't get through to any of the mortgage brokers. They were going nuts. They were backed up, and the rate went all the way back up 100 basis points in 1 week. Here's the dollar, made its low there right on the full moon on the 9th. There's your Aussie dollar topping, if you'd like to trade currencies. There's your Aussie dollar topping on the full moon. Here's your British pound topping on the full moon. And it gets to be, you might notice a pattern here, Here's a euro topping on the full moon. Here's the Japanese yen topping on the full moon. Oh, I got this twice here. What is that? I must have made a mistake. What is that? That's I made some kind of mistake here. I don't know how I did that. Oh, I don't know what that. Oh, that's the old chart. I didn't delete the old chart from. Ignore the second one there. The top one is the correct one. All right, there we go. We topped on the yen, topped on the full moon. That just shows you full moon, new moon. It doesn't really matter. Look for a change in trend. The yen back in February there, it looks like made a low there. So here's my day trading. I'm just going to do this about 1 minute. Look, the day trading. There's my top time of the day yesterday. We had Mars at 120 to the U.S. Neptune, where Neptune was back on the 4th of July, 1776. I know it sounds crazy, but it works pretty well. Here, let's go look at the 1 minute bar chart. So if you want to day trade, market came sharply down into the 3:52 Eastern time window here, right about there. If you'd gone long there, you had a chance to make about 15 handles in about 3 or 4 minutes, and that's about $750. That's a little better than minimum wage, I think, All right, what's coming up ahead here now? Let's go look at last night. We had Venus hit perihelion. What is that? Well, as the planets go around the sun, they are not circles. They are elliptical in shape in their orbit. And so there's a point at which they are close and a point at which they're far. And so Venus got to its closest point last night. Venus has to do with cattle, copper, cotton, stock, sugar, and wheat. So we'll be looking for a change in trend in those markets. And then this weekend, we got a really big thing happening. Saturn is a 29.5-year cycle, and there's 12 signs, so 1/12 of 29.5 is approximately 2.5 years. So every 2.5 years, Saturn changes signs, which will bring a change in trend in the economy and a change in trend in the markets. So Saturn's going to leave Capricorn and go into Aquarius. Aquarius is copper. We may have seen, or we may be in the throes of some kind of major change in trend for copper. So keep an eye on that. This could be short-term and could have long-term ramifications for the copper and all these other markets too, because they're harmonically related. So, for example, when Saturn goes into Aquarius, it makes a 90-degree stressful angle to Taurus, the bull. That just might be cattle. If you guess that, you'd be right. There you go. That's how simple this stuff is. So there we go. And now right around the 23rd, we got big stuff. You got Mercury reaches an extreme cycle. It's called elongation. Has to do with his relationship with the planet Venus, and Mercury and Venus do this. Their relationship to the Earth and the Sun. And so if Mercury's going to get to an extreme point there, and that's your grains. And then we got, okay, I guess we're going to go to commercial. I'll see you soon.
Okay, we'll be right back, folks, with Norm Winsky, Astro Trends.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. What would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Will the S&P 500 continue to climb? For bold trades on U.S. large-cap stocks in either direction, trade SPXL, SPUU, or SPXS. Directions Daily S&P 500 Bull and Bear Leveraged ETFs. Direction Leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
The Bull Bear Trading Hour with Tom and Tommy O'Brien. Next.
Okay, we're back, folks, and we're chatting with Norm Winsky of Astro Trends. You see anything in the future that gives us hope, Norm?
I'm gonna, you know, I always say that hope for traders, hope is a 4-letter word, you know.
Okay, go ahead and do what you like to do. Go ahead, my friend. Just continue, please.
You go there, and that'll probably cost you money, you know, right? If in terms of making money, you know, right? Hope. All right, we try to use objective indicators: when to buy, when to sell. You got to have your money management. You have your stop losses if you're wrong, and you get out. And you get the ideal here is to become a robot and not have any feelings about any of these markets. You shouldn't fall in love with the position. Don't fall in love with the market. It's just merchandise. You buy. It's a vehicle to try to make money. That's it. All right, so there we go. So now we're talking about Monday is potentially another huge day. We got Mercury doing its thing there, and we got a Jupiter cycle to the U.S. natal chart. And we got that night, we got a new moon Monday night, and then Tuesday night we got Venus, and so we're going to looking at the usual suspects for the moon. You got your corn, your grains, your precious metals, your financials. That includes your stock indices, your bonds, and your currencies. And we also have Venus Tuesday night. That'll be your cattle, copper, cotton, stock, sugar, and wheat. The only charts I haven't shown now that are indicated there's your cattle been going down, down, down. Could be cattle is in the process of forming a bottom here now in the next 1 to 2 trading days. Same thing with the cotton. It's like an astro cousin to the cattle there. It's been going down, down, down. Could be getting near a bottom here on that. There's your sugar. Same deal. Down, down, down we go on the sugar. I think some of these markets might be getting close to a low. So how do you learn more? You can get a hold of me. I got free day trading class. I got a more advanced class for the swing trading, learn astrology, how the different signs, different planets relate to the different markets, and how you can use my letter to hopefully improve your market timing. And there's my contact information. I'm in sunny Florida at 239-594-3939. That's 239-594-3939. There's N Winsky at Embark with a Q in the middle there, mail.com, or Nwinsky_1. Larry, you got any folks there in the Tiger Den who have any questions or comments or want to order a pizza or whatever?
Well, the one question was, do you see any reason for the market to form a bottom in here?
I would be looking at about Monday, maybe Monday night, somewhere Monday. It looks like another big window, another major window. You got Saturn changing side over the weekend. You got the new moon Monday night. So you got multiple cycles now, all pointing to over the weekend and into Monday. Could stretch maybe into Tuesday with the Venus thing, but if you average them all up, it looks like maybe late Monday is for an important turn in the markets. Now, if we rally sharply into Monday, that could turn out to be a top. It's a change in trend. Don't know whether that's going to be a higher or low until we get there, But if we go sharply down and go and retest the lows, then I'd be thinking that we're going to put in a low. By the way, the S&P has been bouncing. Gann said there's music in the markets. I happen to have a musical background from my youth, and when I saw that, I went and got my high school physics book and found out about Pythagoras and the chromatic scale. If you apply that mathematics to the market, guess what? The S&P has been bouncing off those numbers. When we made our low the other day, I think it was at 2262, if I remember right, 2262 and a quarter. That was within two handles of the number projected from the all-time high 3393.25, going down the Pythagoras' mathematics for the chromatic scale projected that number. And so if you want to learn more about that, give me a call here, and I'll teach you that in about 3 minutes, Mm-hmm. So looking forward to helping some of you folks, Larry. Everybody stay well, stay healthy, and have a great weekend. Looking forward to helping some of you folks, Larry.
Norm, thanks for joining us, my friend, and may God bless and stay safe.
Thank you very much. You too. Take care.
Okay, it's Norm Winsky of Astro Trends, folks. All right, we'll take a look. The market has now sold off about 120 handles from the high. If we close below 2260 today, folks, that's going to be a pretty negative sign, in my opinion, especially after a 3-day rally that we just completed. That would be very, very interesting to look at. Also, the euro is continuing under pressure. We were able to have a little bit of a rally last night, and from that level, it just bounced and then down more and more. So the U.S. dollar is still very, very strong. The silver and gold are holding up okay, but we really need the silver to stay above $12 an ounce, and gold to stay above $15.40. We've got silver trading at where is it trading at right now? I'll stop the presses and let's take a look. We got gold trading at $14.90. Last night we had an overnight high of $15.20, so we backed off about $30. Boy, these swings we're having are just really tremendous. Low yesterday was $15.56, so we rallied. We rallied. Guess what? We rallied $62 an ounce. Let's see, wow, almost exactly $64 an ounce, which is the harmonic number, and now we're coming down to the 1/2 harmonic number. That means that the 50% retracement on the gold is right here at around $14.90. So that's another interesting one to look at. Folks, the one thing that you really have to pay attention to, if nothing else, is make absolutely sure that you watch Apple, because if Apple goes below 225, that is going to be a very, very negative sign. And the reason for that is Apple pays out a lot of cash. And if it goes below that, they're not going to be able to pay that cash. So that's the main thing. We're trading way above that right now. We're trading at 248, 249. That's a very good sign. But if we go below 225, actually, 225. We go below 230, it's going to be really, really bad. Folks, look at that Apple chart that I posted. It's so perfect, A, B, C, D. And it's just absolutely perfect. That means the D leg should have come off really, really strong. So far, we've only been able to rally $20. $20 on a $200 stock is, substantial, but still not very, very much. And if we break below that, that means D has failed after a very short-term rally. And that's not good, boys and girls, in the realms of looking at ups and downs. So let's sort of keep in mind that that's very, very important. Now, this is a good sign here. Hold on, folks. We just went down and we tested the well, the low in the old S&P here was at 2330. We tested 2360. Now, the reason why that's important, folks, because that's a real nice 78% level. So we've got to watch that. Very, very important here. 2330 is the low you want to watch, because the original low way back here on the 19th was at 2300. Then we completed the ABCD pattern. And so if we get below that, that's telling us that then there's something that is rotten in Denmark, and then you know that you're right. We hit it right on the money. I mean, this is, and we're going back below it right now. So not a good sign, folks. So make sure you use some stops in these markets, because if you don't, you're going to be learning a lesson that you really don't want to learn. Trust me on that one, boys and girls. I posted this S&P chart, so you'll be able to see what you're watching here, and we'll go from there. Okay, I think we got a 877-927-6648.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, folks. The only other thing that someone asked the question is, do I think we're in a crash type scenario? We've been in a crash type scenario, folks. The problem is that they put in these limits, and that kept the market from going down in one fell swoop, which is actually pretty good. No matter what happens, folks, we're going to come out of this really, really good. So just be patient. Going to be some incredible buys in here. We just saw cocoa. You know, we don't trade cocoa very much, but you can see the patterns are there. The patterns work just as good now as they do during what we call normal times, if they're anything such as normal, as you can see. But the main thing is to keep an eye on that Apple, because below $230, that's going to trigger some real scare in some of those big money boys, and that's a lot of money. That's the number one stock on the New York Stock Exchange as far as volume, and so we'll keep it, really, really close to, what we're watching here. So we got to be able to watch it as we do this. So anyway, we'll keep a close eye on this, and we'll be able to see what we've got going here this morning. Keep a close eye, folks, on 2410 in the S&P. That's a very important number. Just pull that one out of the hat. Maybe the old rabbit's going to be looking at something. We'll have to take a look at this, but we'll watch and see how these things go. We've dropped 1,000 points from the top in the Dow Jones, and now we're bouncing back. So watch it closely. What you don't want to do is if you're bullish, you don't want to see a really, really bad close today below 2,300. That would be a very, very negative sign, and we'll see what's that. Okay. Excuse me. All right, let's move on to, I think we're coming up to the end of the show. We'll see you guys on the flip side on Monday. We'll hope to have a couple of nice guests, maybe Stan Harley next week, and we'll see what's going on with this. So follow what they're telling you in the news as best you can as for safety. Wash your hands, stay away from people. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.